Hey, hello, John here, we're back in Library of Ruina, and you can see here that a new patch has been released, and this is probably the one that will address the fact that Bloodred Knight's mass attack page always breaks through and deals damage, even if you roll higher. And now to the actual episode. Last time we defeated Han Association, which was our first fight on the level of Impuritas Civitatis. Impurity. And now Han Association has a second act. It requires a Book of Herald and a Book of Mirnea. And of course I forgot to farm them. Give me a second here. And now I have them. So we use Book of Herald, Book of Mirnea, and now we are going to fight the second act of Han Association. If I had to guess, I guess we'll have to fight Olivier, because they wouldn't just show him to us and then just not let us fight him. I'll still be using Hawkman's Flaw with the same old build, but with Mirnea's page instead of Esser's page. We'll see how that turns out. Olivier, Proplatia, I have done as you instructed me. No, wait. Okay. All that's left is to settle this my way. Greetings, dear The Proplatia was right. You are nearly indistinguishable from a human now. At the same time, the power of the library which protects you has gotten weaker. What is the meaning of this? You should be more careful when your body is made of flesh rather than metal. But it seems you can't die from having your head chopped off yet. Did he just do that? I suppose I can't. I was wondering what you were up to. There's still an abundance of options that don't involve killing. A workshop crafted assassination device with stick of singularity applied to it, bought just for you. You may have power, but you're certainly gullible. That's what happens when you accept handshakes from those who oppose you without having a hint of doubt. First it paralyzes the target, and then And when you press that button, it activates for a single second. It's a single-use device, with surefire effects. The device overloads the human brain, causing the mind to experience 1,000 years of time passing by, which is more than enough to ruin the average person's brain. Just like the warp train, huh? Olivier. You went to the lengths of the vault to join the Han Association, and now you resort to this extravagant little gadget of doom. Did you blow the entire fortune on the same reward? And you spoke too much. It's been a while, Roland. I was waiting for you to show up. So you've been guarding this monster mimicking a human all along? Whoa, no, she's no monster, no. She's my responsible boss and a good friend. Angela, I'll deal with this fellow on my own, so please back off for a bit. Thanks, you don't need my help? I have to take care of this matter on my own. This is between him and I, so you don't have to worry. Alright, you can call me anytime you need assistance. Roland, is this what your big flame ball's all about? Is it really worth it? What you're doing isn't any different from all the tragedies we've seen and gone through. You've been perpetuating it in the library with that machine. I won't expect you to understand me. Take this, the gloves of the Black Silence, and let's say we've even the score now. Thanks, as always. I've missed the feeling of this. I was completely right. Roland is Black Silence. I mean, it was hinted at during the last part of the Starry City and, of course, Impurity. With this, I got all the help I could ask of you. I'm partly responsible for what happened to you, which led you here. You have no idea the mess that I had to clean up after you went missing. Neither of us had parents or any real family, so probably thought no one would be concerned about you. And you were wrong. I was actually pretty worried of you, unlike some others in Charles' office. A bunch of thoughts came to my mind when you left after making a luncheon ramble. Not long after that, I heard news that the person who appeared to be Black Silence was on a crazy rampage across the city. That he was slaughtering syndicates that were doing suspicious experiments left and right. His wave of destruction didn't discriminate, even fingers and fixed surfaces were caught in this wake. I almost had to question myself for a moment when I heard that you crushed the god half of the middle in the south. It was as if you were venting out of all of your frustrations and resentment on the city. And if that was the case, I thought you might keep going and demolish the city itself out of sheer anger and madness. Come on, you're blowing things out of proportion. Fuck. Ah. Second try. Come on, you're blowing things out of proportion again. Anyone would have thought the same thing if they had looked into your eyes behind a dark mask at the time. Thanks for waiting, man. I was concerned you might have died an unfortunate death somewhere out there. This was a long time ago, but you wouldn't have survived if I hadn't gotten you to where you were after you contacted me back then. I appreciate you coming over to help me along that short call that day. Sorry about what happened next. Never mind it. I only rushed to save your ass because you said I might get an immigration permit. I'm sorry for all the trouble. How's the others doing? How's the others doing anyway? Like Oja or Stolfo? Joining wings, exploring the ruins, they find their ways to make a living for themselves. We just aren't who we used to be. We've grown too distant. I see. Say, remember when the two of us handled an urban nightmare case for the first time? What was that case called? The Secret of the Demiglass Source, which occurred in the back streets of District 16. Yeah, that. We were just about done with it, and then your arm almost got cleaned in a blender at the last moment. Thanks to me, you saved yourself the need to get in your arm. That was one thrilling job. Let's set the record straight. None of that would have happened if you hadn't tried to take a sip of the sauce out of the ladle to see how great its taste might be to cause an incident. Come on, man, you can't let me come out on top of once. Those were the days still. We didn't have to worry about too many things and just stuck to the matters at hand. Yeah, but you know we can't go back to those times anymore, Roland. You swallowed your anger and sadness to work with that machine, so I don't doubt you that you've prepared yourself for a lot of things. I know, both of us have gone too far down our roads. It was nice talking to you after a long while though, Olivier. I'm only doing my job as a fixer of the HANA station now. To retrieve the books of my colleagues and dispatch threats. That's that, and this is this. Isn't that right? Right you are. That's that, and this is this. Let us begin. Roland will have the Black Silences page equipped for this battle. I am very happy about this, because I guess I won't use Hawkma. No one will use Ruina's page. But we'll have to use Black Silences page. We have twice as less HP and stagger resistance than Olivier, so that's a problem. He endures blunt damage and flash stagger. We endure both blunt damage and stagger. So he's got the normal pages, but also he's got Impugnatia Ultima, unused the cardinal pages from hand, all dice in this page gain +2 power, and double encounter. On Clash Win, boost next dice max value, and once again. Okay. What does the Black Silence have? First off, a really cool icon here. I like it a lot. Second off, a pretty goofy Roland standing like this in one pose. And it has split tree, of course. Orlando has a unique key page and combat page that cannot be replaced or swapped, so it's like Bina. The Black Silence. There are 2 additional pages at the start of the act. All dice on every third combat page used gain +1 power. What? All dice on every third combat page used gain +2 power? That's incredible. Wow. Okay, I'll have to definitely take note of that, but I think I will forget that on the second scene. Olivier has speed 3, 4 trigrams, the 12 fixers, boost the minimum roll value of all dice by +2. At emotion level 3 or higher, also boosts the maximum roll value of all dice by 1. That's insane, Olivier. That's just insane. That means forward march's second attack will always do the max damage. What other attacks get fixed max damage here? Double edged encounters second attack if you win the first clash. Augury kick second clash. Wow. Special spears counter die, that's insane. The 2 fixers is very strong. All for Hana, yeah, that's Herald's page. And duel, immune to immobilization. The opponent gains bonus max HP and max stagger resist. So I guess immobilization is against Blizzard and a Cass, and max HP and max stagger resist is to let us be at least a bit stronger against him, because this looks like a big mismatch. Now for our pages, we have Zelkova Workshop. The cost of this page cannot be changed on user on page, so it is probably meant to work with lies. Raga Workshop, the same thing, the cost cannot be changed. The third attack inflicts 2 bleed. I thought it actually gave us light, but I guess it doesn't. It's still a nice page though. For 0 cost, that's a great page. Old Boys Workshop. On use, restores 3 light draw on page. 3 light restoration is great, and I always wanted to see a net positive of 2 light on some pages. And 5 to 9, 4 to 8, recover 5 stagger resistance, pretty nice. Alice Workshop. Start of clash, reduce power of all targets dice by 2. Okay, this is insane. I think Alice Workshop plus the Black Silence will be probably our best clash winner against True Trigram formation. Mook Workshop. Restore 3 light draw on page, so it gives you net positive of 1 light on 1 page, and on hit it deals 3 damage to target and has a pretty nice 1 die. Atelier Logic. It is a ranged attack with a really strong third die, that's nice. Durandal. Gains strength on hit. Not that great because of its on hit effect, but I think when used with Black Silence it will make for a great strength stacking ability. Crystal Atelier, 8 to 11, 7 to 11, 7 to 11, a very strong page, like insanely strong page, and also has a counter die, which is nice. I think once again if we use it with Black Silence, the counter die will also get buffed, so we'll have to take note of that. Wheels Industry, a 4 cost, on clash will destroy opponent's next die. Oh, that's very strong. We can use it on like to Trigram, or maybe Ring Counter, or Confrontation, and really on anything that has 2 dice that are strong. That's very nice. Okay, I guess let's start. We cannot distribute any passives, so we'll just start this fight. Okay, Roland was bumped up to 226 HP and 136 stagger. Our past dice have finally led us here, Roland. Yep, after all this happened, this day has come. Okay. It is a duel and we have Furiosa, number of the Black Silence combat pages used 0. I guess it's supposed to help us with the last ability. And we have Ego pages. Furiosa. This page can be used after using all 9 combat pages on the Black Silence. It also only costs 9? Wow, that's insane. On Clash we destroy all dice on opponent's page. I guess this is supposed to be used against Impugnator Ultima. Okay. Double-ish encounter and format match. A very strong start from Olivier. I think we can go for Crystal Atelier and Old Boys Workshop. Well, I actually think with emotion gain we don't even need to get any light regeneration. Let's just go for Zelkova here and draw pages. We tied this one, we won, and we tied, okay. Nice, some clash wins here. Pale Hands. After 3 successful attacks on the same target, deal 3 to 10 additional stagger damage. This is very nice, I think. In duels it will be very useful. Lies. Lies seems to be a bit better. I don't know if we want to go for Pale Hands or Lies here. I guess let's go for Lies. And we immediately have Mook Worship that restores 3 light for 0 light, okay. We'll use Wheels on to Trigram. And I guess let's Mook Workshop forward match. With his +2 power that will be a very strong type. Well, we also can go for Wheels here at +2 power of our own, that will also be pretty nice. Nice. That's a nice clash win here. We dealt some additional damage and restored a page. Now either Pale Hands or Curiosity, I really don't know. I think let's go for Curiosity and just go for a full Pinocchio build. If I don't win with that, I'll just use Pale Hands next try. Well, that's the problem, we roll to lower speed. What does it mean? The Black Silence. Okay. I guess we want to win against the Trigram, so let's go for Alice Workshop so it doesn't hit us too hard, and then we'll go for Durandal here. We took a lot of damage here, like a giant amount of damage. Durandal only broke through one die. Aspiration is great because max HP by 15% is insane, and 1 to 2 speed. Also, Loading is pretty nice, but I think Inspiration is just better. Okay, now we have insane amounts of HP. Augury Kick. Unyielding Strike. Brace Up. I feel like we have 7 to 12 on this Ulterior Logic. With our one's power, we might be able to get the Augury Kick with our third attack. But do I want to do that? I don't know. Okay. Brace Up. We'll use Zelkova on that. Augury Kick, I kind of have to use Wheels here, don't I? And then Unyielding Strike. Let's go for the logic just to get closer to using Furiosa. Well, that was a giant misplay of mine. Okay, we got the wheels. And we got Zelkova. Now the last one. I guess Sword of Frost will be pretty useful here, buying this very nice in a duel, and additional stagger damage is always pretty good too. Oh, I saw that he doesn't use his third die or fourth die. I thought he will go for Impurity Ultima, but I guess he doesn't. Okay, Augury Kick. At 2 strengths this will be pretty difficult to fight against, but I think we've got this. We only have to use Rengar and Old Boys to get Furioso. Let's go for Mook Workshop on this Augury Kick, Old Boys in this forward match, and Rengar just for damage. And of course Furioso. We lost the Clash to Augury Kick, which is a problem because it means 3 strengths. But he can get even more if the second one connects. It doesn't, so he only gets 4 strengths, which is still a lot, but it's much less than 6 strengths would have been. Blizzard doesn't work, but next single enemies are inflicted with 6 bind. True Trigram. I mean, I can go Furiosa, which is the exact same strengths as Gibura's vertical spread, and this will be pretty nice. And we are very close to staggering him actually, which is very nice. The logic and Zelkova, I guess. Well, that's insane. Furiosa at least always rolls higher. That's actually a 38, and this is just an incredible attack animation. Well, that was insane. Now please roll higher. Zelkova sadly doesn't stagger him. Impregnator here at 1 speed, which is nice. That means we can wheels on this Brace Up and then also use Zelkova. And I guess Old Boys. Just please stagger him. Yep, that did. That's very nice. He's staggered. And now we can go for LS at 0 cost. Durandal, Zelkova, and Rengar. I think this is the end of the fight. That didn't seem to be very difficult at all. This was actually a pretty easy fight. And that was actually very fun. We got 3 books of Olivier, and I like that a lot because his passive abilities seem to be incredible. So you were the Black Silence and not just any grade 1 fixer. You managed to hide that from me for so long. That's, well, a case of missing the right moment to confess it, I guess. Though I do wonder, how were the fixers we've seen unable to recognize you? I completely concealed my identity behind this mask back when I worked as a fixer. A tiny bit of personal info being leaked can come back to bite you in the ankle. It's a lesson my grand taught me. If you have any more secrets you're keeping from me, you'd best find them well hidden. I'm sick of being betrayed. I'll make anyone who tries to do so pay the price. Although, you saved me this time, so I'll forgive it. I might have suffered serious damage if I was forced to endure 1,000 years in my current state. Just doing my job, ma'am. And you just lost your friend. Are you feeling okay? That's that, and this is this. Roland's key page has been changed to the Black Silence's page. Nice! We can use him! And also, I don't seem to see anything in this bar. What's up? Library of Ruina, please. What is this? Maybe if I go to title, it will just... Okay, Black Silence's page, yeah, all that. And now we can actually learn the books of Olivier. Okay, I really want to. He has his Ipagnatia Ultima, the Blazed Encounter, and then everything else that Ruina and Harold had. Nice. Somehow he is the strongest one of the Harness Station people, even though he is not the director. Let's burn these pages and... do we get the key page? No, we don't. But I'm pretty sure that if I just attribute Lone Fixer to Roland here, that will be a very easy win against Olivier every time. So yeah, that will definitely give me the ability to beat the fights with Olivier and farm him easily, but that will be the end for now. So if you watched to this point, I sincerely thank you for watching, and I'll see you around. Goodbye.